Hello, class of 2021. It's your graduation day. You made it, and I couldn't be prouder of all of you. I'm also proud of and very grateful for your professors, advisors, and all those, including your parents and family, who've guided you along the way.
Congratulations, class of 2021. We're so proud of you. You made it.
Congratulations, CFANS graduates. You have worked very hard and should be so proud of this accomplishment. I wish you nothing but the best as you continue on with your journey. Go Gophers!
Hey CFANS class of 2021, congratulations from the Agricultural Education Program.
Congratulations. Celebrate this accomplishment and carry this feeling and the knowledge you have gained into all that you do.
I wanted to congratulate you for keeping that Gopher spirit all the way to the end zone. Row the boat, sky you out, go Gophers!
Congratulations, class of 2021. What a huge accomplishment. I hope you feel proud of all the hard work, resourcefulness, and resilience that it took for you to get here. You did it.
Congratulations on your graduation. You've worked very hard over the last few years, and we are very proud of you. Cannot wait to see what's ahead of you.
Class of 21, congratulations. Places you'll go, the things you'll do. I wish only the best.
Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Please keep in touch and let me know about all of your future endeavors.
No matter where in the world life takes you, you'll always remember the pandemic. Congratulations, seniors.
Congratulations, CFANS 2021 graduating class, and a special hello to those of you in the FNRM and ESPM majors. I hope we get a chance to see each other in person sometime soon, and let's hope we never have to hear the words unprecedented times again.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You made it. We'll be cheering for you.
Hello, you stars. Congratulations on graduating from college. This is a really big deal. I'm really happy for you on this day. I wish you success in your career, and I hope you'll stay in touch. I look forward to seeing every one of you and hearing about how well you're doing.
Congratulations, everyone. You made it. It's been a privilege and an honor to be your instructor for these last couple of years.
To the class of 2021, it's been an extraordinary year, but your dedication and your accomplishments have been remarkable. Congratulations.
Trust your heart, embrace your path, and you will find joy in your journey. Congratulations, and remember, your degree is now the passport to the world. Therefore, go, do, and be. Hats off to you, and go Gophers.
Woot woot! Congratulations!
Greetings and welcome to the commencement celebration for our 2021 graduating class. I'm Mike White, Associate Dean for Academic Programs and Faculty Affairs for the College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resource Sciences. Every year, I look forward with anticipation to this joyful occasion. I'm filled with pride for each of you and the outstanding achievements that you've worked so hard to earn. Of course, addressing you virtually is no substitute for seeing you all in caps and gowns, marching to pomp and circumstance with your loved ones and supporters cheering you on. I wish that were so today, but there is nothing that can diminish my enthusiasm about this most significant milestone in your lives and what it means for our collective future. Right now, I'd ask you to please take a moment to join me in thanking your family, your friends, and all those who have supported you throughout your academic career. We appreciate and applaud all of you. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you. I hope you know how special you are. You are about to become alums of this great college and university. You've worked hard, demonstrating unwavering passion to learn and grow. Your curious minds and tenacious drive have flourished here in CFANS and will lead you to solving our world's grand challenges. Food, agriculture, natural resources. As you know from your studies and work at CFANS, these don't stand alone. Healthy humans, plants, and animals are critical to a healthy planet. They are inherently interdisciplinary, and the cross-discipline experience you've gained will benefit generations to come as you go forth with vision to tackle global challenges like sustainably nourishing a growing population and protecting and conserving our natural resources. As the world continues to change faster and faster every day, you are the ones who will bring clarity when issues like COVID-19 loom large and ambiguous. You are the scholars and solvers of today and the leaders of tomorrow. The resilience you've demonstrated during exceptionally challenging times makes me more convinced of this now than ever. While it's uncertain what the future may hold, I am certain that you, CFANS graduates, will shape it for the better. We are proud of you. Many of you have distinguished yourselves during your time here at CFANS, and I'd like to take this moment to recognize some of those accomplishments. To all students graduating from the University Honors Program, you have undertaken a rigorous course of study, as well as scholarship, research, or creative work culminating in an honors thesis, while simultaneously maintaining high-quality academic work in your other courses. This is a significant accomplishment, and we applaud you. We also applaud those of you who are graduating with distinction, a GPA of 3.75 or higher, and those who are graduating with high distinction, a GPA of 3.9 or higher. Congratulations on your good work. Finally, I would like to applaud all the students who have persevered through challenges and pushed through difficulties to achieve their dreams. You have made CFANS and the university a better place. You are making the world a better place. Congratulations to each and every one of you, class of 2021.
Some of my friends and I were recently reminiscing on the day that we chose to attend the University of Minnesota. For some of us, we were very conflicted, almost right up until the deadline, while others, like myself, were so excited the day that we received our letter in the mail and could not wait to accept. Some of us felt like we had to settle on the University of Minnesota because we did not get into our dream school, while others felt that this school was out of reach before being accepted. No matter our path here, we made it. We made it to a school and a college full of opportunities, from clubs to research to mentorship programs and so much more. We have been blessed with opportunity these past 4 years. I know we could not have expected that this would be the way that we ended our college experience, but I am so excited to see the impact that each and every one of you make on the world. Fellow graduates, as we go out to make that mark on the world, remember to be curious, be driven, and be you. Be curious. I believe it is of the utmost importance to never stop learning. Each day we have the chance to say yes to new opportunities and experiences that can change our entire lives. When I came to college, I said yes to joining some important clubs and organizations that gave me the most beneficial experiences and the best people to go through college with. We have all had a college professor or a class that has opened our eyes to the world and ignited our curiosity to learn. Now, as we go off into the world, it is up to us to continue searching for things that make us stop and think, or to say yes to new experiences that could change the course of our entire lives. Be driven. Driven to Discover can be found all around our campus, and it is such a great reminder for us all. For me, being driven means always striving to do better for myself and in the work that I do. Our interests in agriculture, food, natural resources, and so much more make us unique, and it is so important to use our interests as our motivation. Now, being driven does not mean that we succeed in everything that we do, but it does mean that we follow our interests and curiosities, and that they lead us to what we are passionate about. Strive to achieve excellence in whatever you are passionate about. Be you. Authenticity is so important in our world today. We each have our own unique talents and skills that were given to us for a reason, and it is so important to share those with the world. We all come from different places and are headed for different things. I hope that your time here at the University of Minnesota has helped you discover who you are and what you care about. Now it is time for us to share our stories and our learnings with the world. We each have our why, and it is so important for us to find our why and to use that to better ourselves and the world. I want to say a huge thank you to the CFANS faculty and staff that has pushed us and supported us these past 4 years. We could not have done it without you. To my fellow graduates, thank you for struggling, thriving, and making it through together. I am so excited to say that we did it. Today begins a new journey in our lives. I encourage you all to think back on the day that you chose to attend the University of Minnesota and the impact it has had on your lives. Now, as we go off on our separate journeys, remember to be curious, be driven, and be you. Thank you.
Hello, CFANS class of 2021, and congratulations. You've made it across the finish line. My name is Rylee Ahnen. I'm a 2014 and 2018 CFANS graduate with a bachelor's and master's in human nutrition, and I'm currently a doctoral candidate in the Department of Food Science and Nutrition with Dr. Joanne Slavin. And for the past year, I've had the pleasure of serving as the president of the CFANS Alumni Society. In this capacity, I've had the pleasure of connecting with CFANS graduates from around the globe, learning about their research and their work, and encouraging them to find ways to give back to our campus community. And as all of you participate in this year's commencement, I'm so thrilled to welcome you all into the distinguished club of CFANS alumni. There are so many ways that I could describe this past year. An unprecedented time, a national reckoning, a year unlike any other. For many of us, our lives were upended in ways that we could have never seen coming. Major life events we had planned for ourselves, projects we had hoped to accomplish, friends we had hoped to see, all of that was put on hold for an indefinite amount of time. Simple tasks piled up and to-do lists got out of hand, and things that used to be quick conversations were replaced with Zoom calls that seemed to stretch on for far too long. To put it all bluntly, this past year was pretty difficult. But, and here comes the pivot, through all of the challenges this past year has presented, there were plenty of lessons to be learned. For myself and for so many others, the biggest lesson was the importance of community. And that is exactly what I'm inviting you to become a part of today. A community of CFANS alumni who live and work across the globe and who are constantly finding new ways to connect and engage with one another and with CFANS campus. For many of you, on the literal day of your graduation, getting involved with the CFANS Alumni Society and the University of Minnesota Alumni Association is one of the furthest things from your mind. But I cannot stress how big of a difference this engaged group of individuals has had on my own life in the 7 short years since I completed my undergraduate degree. Our Alumni Society facilitates amazing programming like our nationally recognized CFANS Mentor Program, which pairs hundreds of undergraduate and graduate students with professional mentors each year, or our Classes Without Quizzes program that connects CFANS faculty and students with the general public to share the cutting-edge research that is taking place on our campus every single day. But on top of that, the Alumni Society provides a network of talented and experienced individuals who are eager to lend their support and expertise to their fellow Gophers. When I was concerned about trying to get a job in communications, when my background was researching the role of fiber on the gut microbiome, friends I had made through the Alumni Society who had already made similar career moves were quick to offer their support and advice. And when COVID-19 shut down most of our country, just weeks after I had moved to a new state to start a new job, folks from the Alumni Society board were some of the first to reach out to me and ask how they could be helpful as I slowly lost my mind in an unfurnished Portland apartment. The Alumni Society is a powerful group of individuals who care about CFANS students and who care about one another. I hope you'll consider getting involved now that you're officially alumni. Congratulations, CFANS class of 2021, and on behalf of the entire CFANS alumni community, I wish you success and satisfaction with whatever you choose to do next. Just remember to keep in touch. Go Gophers!
Greetings, CFANS class of 2021. I'm Brian Buhr, Dean of the College of Food, Agricultural, and Natural Resource Sciences. It's a delight and honor to celebrate your commencement with you and all the supporters that surround you. This past year has been like nothing we've ever seen before, as individuals, as a CFANS community, and as citizens of the world. As students, your past 2 years have challenged you and stretched you in directions you never could have expected when you joined CFANS. You have reached deep down to find inner strength, grit, and determination. It's been hard, but I believe it has made our purpose clearer and more poignant than ever. Whatever happens in the years ahead, you are the future leaders who will turn your passion for learning into passion for taking action to change the world and make it healthier, more equitable, and more sustainable. I'm so proud of each of you and so thrilled to launch you from CFANS and into your futures, into our shared future. The CFANS community that's cheering for you today will keep cheering for you on through the decades as you continue to discover, explore, and innovate. You will soon be an alumni of this great college and university. As you pursue your careers, your vision, innovation, and creativity will make the world better and brighter, and you will carry the CFANS purpose that grew within you as you studied, researched, questioned, tested, and experimented throughout your time here. You'll use that purpose broadly in your post-college work to inspire minds, nourish people, and enhance the natural environment, whatever you choose to do. CFANS is an exceptional college, and you, our students, are why that is so. You, the world's next generation of leaders, are what truly sets us apart as you now take your CFANS experiences and your talents and passions throughout the state of Minnesota and throughout the world. You may not realize it now, but the impact you will collectively have for society over the coming decades is monumental. Each one of you, in your own unique way, will contribute to making the communities of our interconnected world more dynamic, vibrant, and just. You have stood strong amidst a global pandemic, pursuing your education with tenacity, despite the uncertainty and disruptions. You have stood up for justice in the face of terrible injustice right here in our own city, using your voices and actions to push for lasting change. I know you will never slow down in your endeavors to drive progress. CFANS class of 2021, you fill me with hope and anticipation. I'm awed and inspired by your strength, perseverance, and compassion. On behalf of the entire CFANS community, I thank you for all you've done in your years here and all you'll do in the future. Congratulations, CFANS class of 2021.
It's now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for commencement. Dr. Mary Rogers, CFANS alum and Associate Professor of Sustainable and Organic Horticultural Food Production Systems in the Department of Horticultural Science at the University of Minnesota. Her research program investigates plant-insect interactions and biological and environmental strategies to improve the production of organic vegetables and fruit in the upper Midwest. A community-engaged scholar, Mary has formed multiple relationships with community partners working toward food access and equity in the Twin Cities metropolitan area. Her students participate in valuable learning experiences with these partners and build civic engagement and professional skills. In her role with Growing North Minneapolis, a community university collaborative, Mary works within a team of community organizers, extension educators, and University of Minnesota faculty and staff colleagues to use garden-based learning to enhance workforce skills through urban agriculture and build pathways to the university for underserved youth. Thank you to Dr. Rogers for all you do for the CFANS and broader Twin Cities community, and for speaking to our graduates today on this momentous occasion.
Hello and congratulations, CFANS class of 2021. You have officially made it to the finish line, and I think I speak for all my faculty colleagues when I say I couldn't be prouder. You're all embarking on a new chapter in your lives. Some of you may be moving away to accept new jobs and new places, while others of you may be returning to your home base to strategize your next steps. No matter what you're doing this summer, I hope you take some time to reflect on who you are, what you've learned, and how you've grown over your undergraduate years. This has been a tough year. Tougher than most, quite possibly the toughest ever for many of us as we weathered the storm during the COVID pandemic and the civil unrest in the Twin Cities community following the murder of George Floyd. I expect it took you great sacrifice to get here today. I know a student who had to pick up jobs to help supplement her family's income because her parent was laid off due to COVID. I know a student who had to move home and help homeschool her younger siblings so her parents could go to work. I know students who struggled with growing levels of anxiety, depression, loneliness, and isolation due to social distancing and the stay-at-home orders necessary to keep us safe. I know Black, Indigenous, students of color who had been traumatized by white supremacist violence and hate they witnessed during and in the aftermath of the George Floyd murder. I know Asian American and Pacific Islander students who have felt unsafe due to the rise in hate crimes targeting folks who look like them. All of these things make it difficult to focus on learning. College is typically a time to thrive, but this past year it took all we could muster just to get through. In ecology, we learned that resilience is the capacity of an ecosystem to respond to change or disturbance by resisting damage and recovering quickly. The fact that you are here today speaks to your amazing resilience in the face of crisis. I ask you to reflect on your personal resilience. When and how were you most challenged this past year? How did you respond to that challenge? What was the outcome? The answers to these questions are important. I know your resiliency was tested this year. I also know you succeeded. Without a doubt, you will be tested again in the future, and you'll need to be resilient to survive and thrive in the face of ongoing challenges. To develop resilience, we need to first understand where our strength comes from so we can regenerate and restore our capacities when we need to. Our families, friends, and peers are often a source of strength for us. During this pandemic year, we became really good at using tools like Zoom to communicate, but we were also keenly aware that virtual tools are a poor substitute for physical interactions and face-to-face interactions. You can't give a hug or a pat on the back via Zoom. So we needed to adapt to a new way of life. This was scary, but brought us back to our basics in many different ways. During this pandemic year, we saw an increase in home gardening as more people wanted to seek the security and pleasure of growing their own food. We saw an increase in visitations to wilderness areas like the Boundary Waters Canoe area, as people sought to recreate far from other people and reconnect with nature. We were reminded that despite all of our differences, we are united by our basic needs for food, clean water, shelter, and desires for social connectedness and connection to our natural world. Social inequities between the haves and the have-nots were also in stark contrast as we saw who was deemed most essential and who was most at risk during the pandemic. The fact is the future is never certain. The extreme challenges we face this year provide us the opportunity not to return to normal, but work to build a new and better normal. This pandemic year has highlighted that agriculture and natural resource careers are increasingly necessary to ensure human well-being, peace and prosperity into the future. The challenges are many as we work to reduce poverty and hunger, provide clean water and energy, promote responsible consumption and production, reduce inequities, build sustainable communities and cities, and protect water and land resources. As graduates of CFANS, you are in the unique position to build this new normal. This is hard work. You'll need to be resilient and adaptable and also know how to regenerate and heal. You can't pour from an empty cup. One of the key components to resilient ecosystems is functional diversity. These problems are inherently complex, and we can't do this work alone. We need each other, and we need to be able to do this work across difference. I trust that as graduates of CFANS, you all have the basic tools necessary for collaboration, the ability to listen without judgment, organize and prioritize complex tasks, think in the long term, and work across differences toward a common goal. This takes lifelong skills and practice. You will make mistakes, you will learn, you will do better. One of the reasons I love CFANS so much is the breadth and diversity among the different disciplines in our college. No matter where you come from or what your discipline is, know that you all have your spark, that special thing inside you that gives your life purpose and joy. For some of you lucky ones, your spark was always bright and easy to follow. For those of you more like me, it may take years to discover the source of that spark. You'll find it if you haven't already, and when you do, it is your job to trust it, follow it, and nourish it. Congratulations, class of 2021. I honor your knowledge, your resilience, and your power. I can't wait to see your spark shine and the future we will build together.
It's now my distinct honor to present the graduates of the class of 2021. We will present all graduates who registered to participate in virtual commencement by major in alphabetical order by last name.
Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Laura Church, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing, and Animal Science. Eva Dorning, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Kira Flum, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing, and Animal Science. Katherine R. Gathje, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Jared Hansen, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Shoshana Lefko, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Emilia Melson, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing and Applied Economics. Michael Munson, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Martin Novacek, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing and Animal Science. Geneva Nunes, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing and Animal Science. Catherine Schmidt, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Anders Sievertson, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Grace Taylor, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing and Animal Science. Catherine Thompson, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Kirsten Tupa, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Shannon Werstein, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Communication and Marketing. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Agricultural Education. Musi Doyamo, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Education. Nathan Goldaddy, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Education. Amanda Langley, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Education. Robin Irene Tidd, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural Education. Now presenting The candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Agricultural and Food Business Management. Nathan Auerbach, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Jack Bloomquist, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Brooke Burdett, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Imad Diomande, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Andrew Ice, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Maxwell Fagan, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Charles Green, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Luke Greenagle, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Nate Hoagland, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Carter Jansen, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management and Animal Science. Ashley Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Nicole Hannah Colmer, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Alex Corbel, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Wyatt Lawrence, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Tommy Leitner, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Colin Luthold, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Katherine Lilly, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Phoebe Lamond, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Emma Lindahl, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Vladislav Lobach, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Elizabeth Richmond, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Mallory Roski, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Leah Ruin, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Brandon Sievertson, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Franco Torrescano, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Kennedy Cheetah, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Joshua Ulbricht, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management and Animal Science. Teja Anant Upadhyaya, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Logan Vanelli, Bachelor of Science, Agricultural and Food Business Management. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Animal Science. Katie Atkins, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Kaylee Bankin, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Amanda Barber, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Madeline Barkholtz, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Melanie Barnes, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Erlinda Barrera, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Tiffany Beard, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Leighton Becker, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Quentin Beeth, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Ashley Taylor Belgard, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Mitchell Bobbendreyer, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Claire Bohan, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Robin Bonet, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Amber Brink, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Ariana Caravew, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Taylor Chevalier, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Cassandra Cordero, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Tessa Kudrin, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Kelsey Domeyer, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Jeffrey Drilling, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Benjamin Evans, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Haley Everhart, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Sally Elise Farr, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Kelsey Fatsey, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Shea Gangsey, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Olivia Groth, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Junghoon Han, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Tabitha Harmdirks, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Victoria Hirschberger, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Margaret Hughes, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Megan Hughes, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Michaela Huseman, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Allison Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Qualisha Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Kara Lafine, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Drew Lehman, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Heather McFarlane, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Maria Celestine McMahon, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Tristan Marino, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Katie Morganson, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Joshua Morosco, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Lindsay Narvison, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Caitlin Newcomb, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Min-Tu Nguyen, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Sheridan Opitz, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Liz Patton, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Katerina Retzkel, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Macy Redmond, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. John Andrew Retzloff, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Mandy Rezabek, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Vanessa Roberts, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Samantha Sage, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Kendra Sandkamp, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Stephanie Simpson, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Melanie Smith, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Paige Sorensen, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Cassandra Tsagiris, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Samantha Van Buren, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Meghna Vanamali, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Kirsten Wilson, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Liliana Wyland, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Paige Zemla, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Ashley Ziminick, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Evan Zellner, Bachelor of Science, Animal Science. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Applied Economics. Ahmad Abu Hadid, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Brooke Bonner, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Katherine Crockett, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Ryan Ellinger, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Cole Carter Johannesson, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Michael Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Sydney Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Alex Kruger, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Shua Ji Lee, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Morgan Loga, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. David Lundhagen, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Ethan Troy McLaughlin, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Cody Miller, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Amr Saeed, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Greta Schwickert, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Jiaxin Shi, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Cameron Taylor, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Brant Thomas, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Judy Wei, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Iran Wei, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Margaret Workley, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Dominic Walters, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Yunfeng Shao, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Ketty Yan, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Sha Yu Yang, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Evan Yoder, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Yao Zhang, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Sophie Zelke, Bachelor of Science, Applied Economics. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Rand Alfokaha, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Emma Allen Funk, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Hannah Anderson, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Rachel Balster, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Christina Berg, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Amanda Borwedge, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Nicholas Bagayski, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Liv Bundy, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Alexandra Calamiti, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Mackenzie Caldwell, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Emily Casper, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Abigail Clapp, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Nicholas Patrick Eaton, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Morgan Fabian, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Nancy Fahmy, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Hannah Francis, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Sarah Gardner, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Michaela Grandfurs, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Clarissa Grilly, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Ryan Hankins, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Mariah Hansen, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Hannah Henriksen, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Ithaca Hogan, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. McKenna Holmes, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Alana Honecker, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Abigail Hornberger, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Jiaming Huo, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Asia Hussein, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Samantha James, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Adam Janicki, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Nadia Janis, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Julia Jan, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Jacqueline Jobin, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Annette Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Kelsey Keen-Holtz, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Julia Kabilka, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Maxwell Kruger, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Dirk Last, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Jia Sean Lim, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Brian Linzer, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Elizabeth G. Marty, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Mary Claire McAleer, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Maggie McGann, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Maggie Menden, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Bethany Mustel, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Jackson Milosevic, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Megan Murphy, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Lauren Nelson, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Molly Suzanne Nelson, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Leah Chloe Payette, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Bella Radler, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Bridget Robertson, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Colin Robinson, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Abby Schneider, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Samantha Dory Schnall, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Alyssa Smits, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Nicholas Charles Soldano, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Ellen Steiner, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Jessica Stoll, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. J.C. Thompson, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Hannah Weber, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Nolan Wright, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Max Usen, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Annie Zeiler, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy and Management. Ziyue Chong, Bachelor of Science, Environmental Sciences, Policy, and Management. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Silas Anderson, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Izzy Buhr, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Hope Caliendo, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Ian Cameron, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Abby Daniel, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. James Dixon, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Teresa Garrison, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology, and Forest and Natural Resource Management. John Garrettson, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Micah Hackbarth, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Emma Kivel, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Parker Lowe, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Peng Lor, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Carolina Madro, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. George Masson, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Madeline Peterson, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Leticia Ramirez, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Gavin Reeder, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Michaela Sanford, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Courtney Streifel, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Caitlin Strube, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Sydney Van Zeeland, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Francisco Fabian Vasquez Sanchez, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Abby Westman, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Joanne Wu, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Alexander Yang, Bachelor of Science, Fisheries, Wildlife, and Conservation Biology. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Food Science. Katherine Ashbrook, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Holland Baker, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Allison Borboom, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Emily Camille Kiyomi Branco, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Katie Carlson, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Megan Ashley Clark, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Jean Cormack, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Dylan Matthew Dombrowski, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Carly Ferris, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Christopher Foster, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Lee Jin Go, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Taeho Hong, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Holly Husband, Bachelor of Science, Food Science and Nutrition. Michelle Carey, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Kia Kivy, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Yu Jin Lee, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Allison Lehman, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Erin McCann, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Dara Kelly McCluskey, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Daniel Rohde, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Jorgino Aparicio Savio, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Coleman Selfridge, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Rumi Takamiya, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Win Vu, Bachelor of Science, Food Science and Nutrition. Dawn Wanison, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Abigail Zaros, Bachelor of Science, Food Science. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Food Systems. Rose Burrell, Bachelor of Science, Food Systems. Lucy Carlson, Bachelor of Science, Food Systems. Christopher Danner, Bachelor of Science, Food Systems. Russell Dukowitz, Bachelor of Science, Food Systems. Marina Ekblad, Bachelor of Science, Food Systems. Olivia Phelan, Bachelor of Science, Food Systems. Olivia Olson, Bachelor of Science, Food Systems. Oriel Pillion, Bachelor of Science, Food Systems. Abigail Janet Roweeder, Bachelor of Science, Food Systems. Steve Sathmary, Bachelor of Science, Food Systems. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Forest and Natural Resource Management. Holly Francart, Bachelor of Science, Forest and Natural Resource Management. Daniel Crookton, Bachelor of Science, Forest and Natural Resource Management. Jonah Malenfant, Bachelor of Science, Forest and Natural Resource Management. Shannon Roball, Bachelor of Science, Forest and Natural Resource Management. Emma Waugh, Bachelor of Science, Forest and Natural Resource Management. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Nutrition. Shannon Anderson, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Hannah Angel, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Charlotte Barnes, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Katie Benson, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Anna Bougie, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Alexa Brand, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Tatum Beyer, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Dina De Fala, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Van Dung, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Miski Dayib, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Charlesy Grace Domable, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Shauna Gulper, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Cora Lowe, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Hannah Pauline Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Kiara Joseph, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Brooke Kirscher, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Nasira Kulmiye, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Neko Lam, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Rebecca Langer, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Samantha Larkin, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Jihyun Lee, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. McKenna Lewis, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Eric Lindstrom, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Renee Marr, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Michaela Marie Mooney, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Katrina Maraz, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Kelsey Mueller, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Jennifer Myers, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Kaylin Nguyen, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Brittany Noble, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Cynthia Silva, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Michaela Stevens, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Catherine Sue, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Kate Vessel, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Kate Walczek, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Gabriella Walker, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Tamara Whitaker, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Reagan Wood, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Teresa Yam, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Anna Zeltinger, Bachelor of Science, Nutrition. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Plant Science. Hannah Darcy, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Anthony DeWeese, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Thomas Donnellan, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Gavin Grams, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Killian Harnish, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Matt Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Justin Larkin, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Catherine Hardy Ramey Lee, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Carl Miller, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Kala Oberlander, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Sophia Post, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Cora Rost, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Eamon Scanlon, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Kara Stite, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Isabella Catherine Tekin, Bachelor of Science, Plant Science. Now presenting the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Sustainable Systems Management. Brooke Teal Bestel, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Summer Burgess, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Jialu Ding, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Emajo Elder, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Emma Esser, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Tommy Hua, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Rachel Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Taylor Karsh, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Maxim Kolomayit, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Kaylee Keene, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Emily Lobato, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Evan Mitchell, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Marko Ognjanovic, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Olivia Shumack, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Gracias Y. Sesu, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Grant Stern, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Michael Toth, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Colin Webster, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management. Sarah Marie Whiteside, Bachelor of Science, Sustainable Systems Management.
Greetings, graduates and families, faculty and staff, distinguished guests, everyone joining us. I am honored to preside at this commencement on behalf of the University of Minnesota Board of Regents. To the graduates, I extend congratulations. Through your talent, hard work, and determination, you have earned this day of recognition. We not only celebrate your academic accomplishments, but also the potential you have to make a positive difference in the next stage of your lives. You'll be contributing to your communities, the state of Minnesota, the nation, and even the world. To all the family and friends joining from near and far, thank you for the countless ways you've supported these students as they earned their academic degrees. In keeping with commencement tradition, will the graduates please rise as they are able? Upon the recommendation of the faculty, and by the authority of the Regents, I now confer upon you the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations to every single one of you.
Thank you to all of our CFANS faculty and staff who help support our graduates, including our student services team who facilitate our commencement celebration. Thank you also to the Minnesota Orchestra and the University of Minnesota Marching Band for providing music for today's ceremony. We now invite you to join us in singing Hail Minnesota. The lyrics can be found in the back of your program. Congratulations, class of 2021.